So today we're going to get into something big. It's this idea that's, it's less about fancy calendars and productivity apps and a whole lot more about actually taking ownership of your life. We're going to look at what really separates the 1% who crush their goals from the 99% who just kind of float by.
All right, let's just jump right in with a pretty tough question. I want you to picture the person you want to be in, say, 5 or 10 years. Now think about this. Every single choice you're making today, right now, you're either building that person up or you're actively tearing them down. There really is no middle ground.
And this right here, this is the heart of the matter. Wasting time isn't just, a lazy habit. It's an active crime. You are literally stealing resources, minutes, hours, opportunities from the person you're supposed to become. Yeah, it's a heavy thought, but it's supposed to be.
So let's just call it what it is, the theft of your future. And let's get really specific about what this theft actually looks like, in your everyday life.
No, seriously. Just take a second and actually think about it. What did you do yesterday? If you're struggling to come up with a real answer, well, that's the problem in action. That's how a life of regret gets built, through the silent pileup of empty days.
Oh, we all know that voice, don't we? We think it's our friend, giving us a break, letting us off the hook. But it's not. It's a saboteur. And it is quietly and systematically dismantling your ambitions one tomorrow at a time.
And look, this theft has a cost. And it goes so much deeper than just lost time or missed deadlines. The real, hidden cost of inaction is way more personal.
Because here's what's actually going on under the surface. Every single time you break a promise to yourself, you chip away at your own self-worth. You are literally teaching yourself that your goals don't matter, and that ultimately you don't matter.
And that's the little transaction that happens in those tiny moments. Choosing to scroll on your phone instead of studying, choosing the couch instead of the gym. It feels like nothing, right? But it's actually a massive declaration about what you truly value.
This brings us to a super important distinction. Being busy is just a hamster wheel. It's answering emails all day, running in circles, and feeling totally exhausted, but you have nothing to show for it. Being productive, though, that's a staircase. It's taking deliberate, focused steps on things that actually move you forward. Let's be honest, way too many of us are stuck on the hamster wheel, mistaking the motion for progress.
Okay, we have definitely spent enough time digging into the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Because there is a mindset shift that changes absolutely everything, and it's the real secret of that top 1%.
Look, we've all been there. We've tried the time management apps, the fancy planners, all of it. And they fail because they're treating a symptom, not the actual disease. This was never about scheduling your time better. It's about deciding what your life is actually for.
This is it. This is the whole game right here. Time ownership. It's about treating your time not as something that just happens to you, but as your single most valuable, non-renewable resource. Something you control and allocate with extreme purpose.
Think about that. There is no neutral gear. Every single minute is an entry in a ledger. It's either a deposit into the bank account of your future self, or it's a withdrawal. So, which transaction are you making right this second?
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it all boils down to a really simple but powerful contrast, the difference between renting your time and owning it.
See, when you rent your time, you're totally reactive. You let your inbox, your phone notifications, and other people's emergencies run your day. But when you own your time, you're proactive. You decide your priorities first, and then you build your day around them.
This is what owning your time feels like. It's like water flowing down a mountain. It has a crystal clear destination, your goal, and it carves a direct, powerful path to get there. It moves around obstacles without ever losing its momentum.
And then there's this. This is renting your time. It's like trying to hold a fistful of sand. It just slips right through your fingers, scattered by every little gust of wind and distraction. And at the end of the day, your hands are empty, and you have no idea where it all went.
And this is the hard truth that just erases all the excuses. You have the exact same number of hours in a day as every single high achiever you've ever admired. They didn't have more time. They just owned the time that they had.
So, we've seen the problem, we've laid out the solution. Now it all comes down to a single choice, right here, right now. This is your moment of truth. You can keep on renting your time. You can keep waiting for that perfect moment that's never going to come. You can stay in those comfortable old habits of procrastination. Or you can decide right now to join the 1% who actually act.
Seriously, stop waiting for motivation to strike. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Nobody is coming to build your life for you. The only person with the power to change everything is the person looking back at you in the mirror.
Okay, let's make this real. Forget about the grand 5-year plans for a second. Right now, before this is even over, pick one thing. That one call you've been dreading, that one paragraph you need to write, that one workout you've been avoiding. Take that first tiny step and do it immediately. That is how ownership begins.
Because while you've been sitting here listening, time has been moving. It never, ever stops. Every second that ticks by is a second you are never getting back. The choice is yours. What are you going to do with the time you have left?